Welcome to my channel. My name is Little Boy, and today I'm gonna show you something very special using this can. Because I was watching Stranger Things, I got inspired to share something with you. I haven't seen this effect on Final Cut Pro yet. I hope that you like it. I'm gonna show you how to break, how to crush this can with using only the power of your mind. Yes, I'm the number 13. Step number 1, record yourself. I record myself in the first take here, just me looking at the table, make sure that it's focused on you. And one thing that I did was like choreograph some moments. I'm gonna look at the can. So when I close my eyes, I would crush the can, and then later I'm fine. And then I look at the camera and then I clean the blood like 11 does. Done. Step number 2, record the can. Take number 2, I grab a can of Coke, I put in that position that I was looking at, and then I make sure that the can was in focus. And then with one hand, I kept the can in place, and then I start crushing it little by little. As many times as you do that, better, because later we're gonna blend everything together and it's gonna kind of like connect everything together. In my case, I just did with probably like 3 or 4. And you can repeat that as many times as you want. Step number 3, select the frames of the can. I select just the takes of the can, just the little bits, not even a second, just like a little bit, like a frame. And then after I select the best frames, I drag on top of the first take that I took looking at the can. Step number 4, add flow transition. And what the flow transition does is create extra frames to try to connect all the takes that you have together. In our case, the can, and then we can create a compound clip. When you have everything together with the transition, I highly recommend you to do option G, and then here is gonna be a compound. You're gonna be able to see that everything will come together as one single take. And with that, it's gonna be nice because we're gonna mask the can together. This way it's easier. Step number 6, add a draw mask. In Effects tab, look for mask, and then you're gonna go draw mask, and then you're gonna start cutting the can. Just gonna do like quick here, just so you can see. And then after you select this, you can play around with the feather and the fall off to make sure that's not very rough in the edges, because I want to make sure that blends with the background with my first take that I was looking at the table. You will see here, when I do the first take, click here in control points and I go to the next one, and then I mask it again. And then you repeat this process with the rest of the frames that we have. After we did that, step number 7, create a compound clip. We're gonna drag that compound clip on top of the take that we had before. Remember that part of the blinking that I said that was important? It's right here. I did a marker point with M. I can put whatever I want here. Let's say crush. And in this part, I wanna make sure that the can is down already, which is here. I'm gonna do a mark there too. I'm gonna sync those two together. If you don't have this N mark so you can see and connect, press N and you're gonna be able to connect here. That is important because we're gonna press Shift and H. This way it's gonna create a hold on that frame, and after that everything is gonna be static. It's gonna be like a photo. And then we're gonna do the same thing but with the other side. I'm gonna cut because I don't wanna move this forward. I'm gonna move a frame back and Shift H. And I'm gonna bring this all the way from the beginning, and then I'm gonna stretch this too. Boom. So now we have one take of hold in the beginning, another take I speed up a little bit. We can just select the green part and drag to the left, and you're gonna be able to manipulate the speed here. And then we have another hold after. Add motion blur and sounds. I decided to add motion blur just a little bit to get a little bit of distraction of the frames, and I add a little room tone 001. If you come here on the sound effects and look for room, you will see here room tone, just to give a little bit of sound, a little bit of ambience. After that, we will create some sound effects using the can and its smartphone. I grab my phone and I start doing this. to capture the sound. Another thing that I did was this. Whatever you want, just to create a little bit of vibration, because in the time that we are looking there and the can is sitting here, it's too boring to just leave the can there. So I decided to create a little bit of step number 10, earthquake effect. If you come here, I cut a little bit the take earlier because I want just to apply the effect from this part forward. So here's when the crush happens. I drag the earthquake on my video clean, as you can see here. When I start, I add a little point to manipulate this, and I bring everything to 0 because I don't want to vibrate right away. I want to fade. I want to start slowly to vibrate, and that's what I did. When it's on the last frame, I add another point, but then I brought the amount to 3.63, and that's what's gonna create. From the beginning, it's not gonna vibrate, and it's gonna start to vibrate. It's gonna vibrate more harder, and then by the end, when everything is vibrating, boom, the crush is gonna happen. So that was the idea, to create a little bit more of energy to the scene. That's why the can with I add here, and I put a little fade, and then when the can crushes, I add the sound effect that I made as well. I bring the volume a little bit down, and then I add the room tone just to create a little vibe. Subscribe for more videos just like this one, and let's try to get to 5,000 subscribers. And that's the final product. Let me know in the comment down below if you liked this tutorial. Maybe I can keep going and do another tutorial to show you how you can make like blood coming out of your nose, right? Let me know. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to keep learning about Final Cut Pro tutorials, I have more videos just for you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.